Hello, everyone. My name is Miss Broslow, and I'm going to do a nonfiction book talk for you today. The book I have chosen to talk about is called The Biography of Numbers. It's a series of books. This particular one is on the number zero, and it is written by Kevin Cunningham. I chose this book because I wanted to give myself a challenge with our Just the Facts reading challenge starting. I wanted to try and see if I could find something, maybe in a subject heading that I wouldn't normally gravitate towards. And math is not necessarily a place I would go to look for a book to read for pleasure, certainly for references or help with maybe math concepts in class that I was having difficulty with. But it's not always my first choice when I'm thinking about pleasure or even just general knowledge that I would be interested in. So I thought I would try it out, and I was not disappointed. This book is really reads as a biography. It's only about 55 pages, which is seems fairly small, but it's packed with a lot of information. It actually spans the entirety of the history of mankind. So it begins with ancient man and how he really did not even have a concept of the number zero, which really was hard to imagine because growing up in our modern world, our modern culture, zero is just something we almost take for granted as being there, as representing nothing, as being a placeholder for us. We can't imagine counting without it. And to think that there was a time in very recent history when zero did not exist, or it always existed, we just did not understand it. So this book takes us from, as I said, ancient man or prehistoric man into ancient cultures. We see both Egypt and the Mayans and how they had not really a concept of zero yet, but how they navigated their numbers and how they made sense of their world. It goes into probably some names that you may know, Greek philosophers like Aristotle and their cultures and how they treated the concept. It was interesting to see that this book is not just about math. It was so much of it was about man and his beliefs and how zero really kind of rocked the scientific world and the religious world. And people who were on the hunt for knowledge really kind of took their life in their own hands to spread this concept. So it was a very fascinating read. I think that it's interesting too to apply it today because as you read through it, the people who were searching out this concept or were coming in contact with, hey, there's something missing in our idea of the world, were what we would call maybe the educated elite. They were the scientists, the philosophers, astronomers. But the concept itself did not take hold until the general public. It was actually the merchants that found out how easy life became once zero became a working concept, and once they realized how they could manipulate numbers and better understand the world around them, that zero really took hold. There's a few interesting things in there, in that zero was once outlawed in certain areas. That was actually against the law to use the number zero. I think it's really met my challenge. Like I think I was successful in finding something that made math interesting for me. And I think anyone who enjoys science or the history of culture Anyone who's interested in the future of science would love this book. It definitely shows you how we build on concepts. So I think you should check it out. I know that there is another biography of numbers in Southridge's library that is the history of pi that I'm excited to check out. I hope you are excited to look into discovering your own nonfiction book that you would like to share with the rest of us. So, good luck with your Just the Facts reading challenge, and hopefully, I will see you soon.